Facebook, people. Once again, I'm babysitting Facebook to make sure when it says live, it's really live. This is Linda Marcus Smith here. Hi, with Comic Spot, which is where this Army veteran gets to vet out veterans of comedy like Lady Mac from Lady Mac Entertainment. Hi.
Hello.
I'm going to read your bio, your intro that you gave me, and I quote, Lady Mac is a comedian who produces clean comedy shows with mostly female lineups. She is the producer of Lady Mac Entertainment, which produces themed clean comedy shows like African Night, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. And we welcome to the stage a veteran of comedy from LA today, Lady Mac. Hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
I am fantastic. How are you?
Doing well. Had a tug of a morning, but I'm getting beyond it. So how was your day so far?
Wonderful, wonderful. Nice and warm.
Yes. So how hot is it in LA today?
Oh, about 85, I believe.
That's good. It's like 110 here in Vegas today.
Oh, no, it's not that hot here.
You're lucky you're there, I'll tell you. So I would love to hear about you growing up, finding out you're funny, getting to do comedy, and any other entertainment you've done, and about Lady Mac. Can we go through that trajectory of your life, Lady Mac?
Yes. Where do you want to start first?
As a child, I imagine you were hecka funny.
Yes, yes.
Tell me.
Well, it's always funny. When you're in class, you're the funny kid, the one always getting in trouble, making jokes, or I would make mock the teacher.
Yes.
And I would get in trouble because the other kids would laugh. I'm like, shh, but they would laugh. I wound up getting in trouble because the teacher said, what did she say? Like that. So I've always been funny in class. That's just been me when I was a kid.
Nice. And so what is it that made you realize that this could be a path for you? Who inspired you, or what was it that made you take the step to get on stage?
Well, as I was saying, like growing up as a kid or a teenager, I'm known to speak my mind. It may be behind someone's back, but I'm going to say it. And people were always laughing, just keep laughing. Like, oh my goodness, she said that. And then as time went on, we had in my city back in the Midwest, we had an open mic night at the library. And so I went to the library. I said, I'm going to try this comedy, right? I told my family to come with me. I said, look, whatever joke I tell, you laugh. So I don't feel silly. But, when I got there, the people laughed at the jokes, and so did my family. So that was fun. So I like that. And so I like to entertain people. And so I continue that way.
And so you did an open mic, and then you continued. And so you've been doing comedy for how many years or decades?
I believe, this has only been my 9th year. This is about 9 years professionally, anyway, 9 years professionally.
And what have been the ups and downs of your trajectory of your career?
Well, comedy is tough. It's not like acting or singing, because if you're singing a song, that song you wrote and you sing it, you perform it well. And when you go to that audience, they want to hear that song. But when you do comedy, oh my goodness, each audience is different. You can do a really good show, have a really good set with the same material, and they laugh and have a good time. Next time you do that same set, the audience won't laugh, So it varies. You have to know your audience. So that's one of the ups and downs. So what I do is just be me. And my comedy is about me, my life, my experiences. And so when I'm talking about me, well, they're going to laugh because it's funny. And if they don't, I'm just talking about me, like testimonial almost.
Yes. So it's very personal stuff that you're talking about. And
Yes.
It's probably very relatable, and you're very likable.
Yes.
So they believe you.
Well, that's what they tell me. They say, oh, that was so funny. That was so funny. And one time I told a joke in Hollywood. I had just started out. And I was so nervous over at the Hollywood. It was called, not Hollywood Improv. It's called on Sunset Boulevard. I can't even think of it right now.
Comedy store?
That's it, the Comedy Store. And I
Yeah.
was so nervous, but I told this joke, you know, and then I didn't think it was funny, but the whole audience, they laughed. And after that set, I was coming down, you know, leaving out of the, I was at the studio, but I was leaving out of the building. And this Asian lady, she came up to me, a young person, about maybe 21, 22. And she says, "Oh, I just love that joke. I just love that joke." And I said, "Oh, thank you." And so you never know what person in the audience is really going to like your joke, or is going to cheer them up, or is going to get them out of a sad mood or something when they see me telling my jokes. And laughing about it. Say, hey, I've been through that. So that's why I'm more likable. So women love me. Men go, that ain't funny.
Oh, but that's terrible. Shape
Mhm.
up, men. You can laugh at a woman, even if it isn't something from your point of view. It's
Yeah.
funny to have women are funny.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there, right? So
Hmm.
what's been the lowest point without naming names or clubs? When was a rough time that you went through a comedy? Because we all have highs and lows in the biz.
Well, it's a tough business
Right.
because in order to get stage time, that means get on the stage and perform in front of an audience. You have to
Yes.
know somebody.
Yes.
You know, or they have these events called bring 'em shows. If you bring so many people, you get on stage. But
Yes.
so when I first moved out here, it's going to be 10 years now. I didn't know people. And so you couldn't get on stage. It's okay, I can bring somebody there. I can pay to get them there, but you can't get on stage. And it's so they give you like 3 minutes, and then your guests have to come in and pay, and they have to pay for parking. So it was a lot to get on stage. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do my own thing, do my own show. Because when my guests would come to the comedy store, they didn't like the other comedians' vulgarity.
Yep.
And the things they said, they didn't like it. And they got
Yes.
mad at me and said, you know what, I'm not coming anymore. Because, it's different from a clean comedy when you're at a comedy club.
Yes.
So I said, you know what, I'm going to do my own show. So I created Lady Mac Entertainment with all female comics, mostly female comics. I do hire men, like on Father's Day, and my theme shows, African Night, Caribbean Night, things like that. But it's mostly women, giving women the opportunity to perform.
Love it. And so, where all does Lady Mac Entertainment go?
Well, you call me.
Go
Well,
anywhere.
well, yes. I'm Lady Mac Entertainment. That's my, my company. We
Mhm.
have comedians, female comics come in. And if you want us to come in and perform for you, you give us a call, um, or call me on social media. What you call it? Direct message me. There you go.
There we go.
Direct
Direct
message me.
message.
Yes, and then we'll talk. But so far, I haven't performed in London, so that was exciting.
What
Very
was
exciting.
that like?
It was scary because
Yeah.
London it's not like small. The streets are small. It was crowded. And then my accent. One of the comedians had the nerve to tell me that he didn't understand my comedy because of my accent. I said, well, I can't understand yours either because of your accent. So
Thank
even,
you.
oh my goodness. But other than that, it was funny. They enjoyed it, but I didn't get the laughter like I do over here in LA. But
Yes.
it was nice. So
So, what's the best thing you've been around that's happened that other people did, or somebody said something amazing to you after you were done or at a show? What's the best experience you've had?
but I had several experiences because even sometimes at one crowd, I only had like maybe 12 to 15 that night because it was like a cold night in my audience.
Mhm.
And we went on as scheduled, did our comedy. It's like a full house, and several people come up to me and say they enjoyed it. Oh, I remember that. Oh, I have a husband like that. Oh, that was so funny what you said, and that just made my day, and things like that. Those are my ups when I perform, and people come up and they say they enjoyed it, or how did this happen to me, and things like that. So I kind of get excited. I like that after a show. But also
Yes.
like meeting people, I enjoy that, or being a leader. Because now, I came here, I was begging to get on stage. Oh, can I get on your stage? Um, Now I don't have to beg to get on my stage.
Yes.
They call me. Oh, when's your next show? So,
Have you ever thought of opening your own comedy club, female owned
uh,
comedy?
I don't know. Maybe after this COVID-19, that could be a possibility,
Right.
to network with other people. But at this present time, I haven't thought of that.
So, where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Midwest, which is Indiana,
Wow.
about 20 minutes from Chicago. So.
Nice. So that would be on what part of Indiana? I'm topographically challenged.
Okay, I see. No, I'm just teasing. No, it's Hammond, Indiana, right next to Gary, Indiana. You know, and Gary is famous because the Jackson Five there. So
Yes,
I'm
I've
right there.
seen the Jackson 5 house.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
went there. I had to see it.
Oh, you had to see it. Yes, I saw it too. Yes.
Yeah, I bet.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you're from not far from Gary, Indiana. You're from
Right.
Hammond.
I'm from Hammond, Indiana, which is about depends on what part of Hammond, but I say about 7 minutes in a car from Gary. So.
Awesome. So at what point do you feel like you will have arrived, or do artists ever arrive? Because I get answers from all over the place on that one.
But I don't know about arriving. You know, arrive where? Where am I going to? Arriving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It
like
depends on.
if you have a goal and you accomplish it and you've set it up as that pinnacle of success, that when you do comedy at Madison Square Garden or the Apollo or late night, what's your pinnacle of success that's out there for you?
Well, for me, it doesn't have to be those large stadiums like that. I would
No.
like to have like nationwide and worldwide. You call me, I'm going to come in and perform. So if it's a 500 seat hotel, 1,000 seats in the hotel or auditorium with women and men doing comedy, that means, oh, I've arrived. I arrived now anyway. If I only did one show, I still arrived because you're doing something that you normally didn't do. And you
Exactly.
don't base your success on how much money you have. Because I know a lot of people who have been doing a lot of comedy shows and they're not happy, but I'm happy that I have the success that I have now, and people are actually calling me wanting to know when you going to have a show again, when you going to have a show. So hopefully this pandemic will be over soon.
That's
I can
so
perform
amazing that
live.
you have an entertainment company based on clean comedy.
Oh yes, I do, because I like clean comedy and I want my guests are mostly women, mature women, and they don't want to come in and hear vulgarity and cursing, and I don't either. So I said, let me just start the business with a clean comedy. And so I have all the women come in and men, you know, tell them the rules, because sometimes what they think is clean comedy is like what I think is clean comedy. So I go, whoa, okay, you can't say that, you know, you can say
Exactly.
this.
Yes. So what's the craziest thing somebody sent to you for you to approve that wasn't clean comedy, that should have been, they should have known?
Um, well, everybody don't know, because sometimes they
I
may, one
know.
lady used the word called the B word,
Mm-hmm.
and that's everyday language, bitch, that's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that, she says, oh, I couldn't use that word. You know, but you know, and everybody don't know, you know. So when we do our when I invite the comedians in, I send them out, okay, you can't say these words, you can't say
Good
those
for
words,
you.
you know,
Good for
so
you.
so that they know.
Yes, that it needs to be clear to people
Mhm.
because, I've done comedy, put on comedy shows for veterans and told people clean comedy,
Mhm.
politically correct, you can't
Mhm.
upset the government, blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah. And they'll
Mhm.
come in and I had one guy say, I know you're supposed to be politically correct, but, and then he went
Mhm.
into this thing about that was nowhere near clean or politically correct.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
Well,
sometimes comedian.
I don't have too much of that, because I honestly just thought so. But you know, if a were to come out, I'm there like, a light, hey, you know. But if someone will continue on, oh no, they are. I'll have to get up. I have to go. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, one time I did that. I was hosting. It wasn't my show, but
Mhm,
I was hosting for another comedy event.
mhm.
And this lady was going past her time and was just cursing. And I said, oh my goodness, you know, because it wasn't my show. And then the producer says, you know, I just get her off stage. I says, what? You know, I said, okay. So she kept going. So what I did was just walk up and start clapping. Everybody, when I started clapping, walking up to her, then the audience started clapping. So, oh, thank you so much, very much. And she looked at me like this, like, what? Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming out to entertain us, you know. Then she got off the stage. But I didn't have to do that for my show, because they already automatically know, you know,
Yes.
uh, through text and through the paperwork, what they can say and what they can't say.
That's smart. Awesome. So, what's something that you're planning on doing after the pandemic that you would not have done otherwise, that because of the pandemic, you got a new idea, a new inspiration? Do you have something like that?
Well, hopefully, well, yes, because I'm going to be 55, yay, in
Yay.
September. And so I'm going to do what do you call it? A comedy roast.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
So whether they have the pandemic or not, I'm still going to do it, because even if I have to have few people in the audience, they can just wear their mask. But I'm going to do a comedy roast in September for my birthday. I'm excited about that. So it's new because I don't know how I'm going to work it out, what spot I'm going to have, but I'm going to do that, invite some comedians in. So I know they'll love to roast me, because I've been in Los Angeles 10 years. So I have over 100 comedians. And I know they would love to have that opportunity to roast me. So I'm excited about that. And that's in September. I haven't found a date yet. So that's what I'm going to be doing because of the pandemic.
Well, this is a short interview. It's our introductory way of letting my people know of you and letting your people get to know you behind the mask, so to speak, off stage. But I want you to come back anytime you have anything to plug. You can come back as often as once a month.
Okay.
And I want to hear more from you. I want to know what you're up to and anything that you're going to be working on. If you start writing a screenplay, or you have a show coming up, but it's 4 months away and you want to get some traction on it now, I'm here for you. Okay.
Right. Well, thank you. And then my fans, if you want to reach me, all across the social media board is at Lady Mac Entertainment on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you want to email me, LadyMacEntertainment@gmail.com.
It doesn't get easier than that, you guys. Lady Mac Entertainment and Lady Mac Entertainment at Gmail. So there you go. Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lady Mac. You're an awesome lady.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're doing clean comedy and you're putting women of a certain age and above to work.
That's right.
God bless you. Thank you
God bless
so
you
much.
too. Thank you for having me.
You betcha. Bye.
Every